Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Friday. It is 6th of September. It is Bhadra Masa, Rishikesha Masa, Sukla Paksha, and Chaturthi Tithi. So today, today is the Tadiya Tithi, and it is mentioned here in the calendar that ISKCON calendar, it is the Vinayaka Chaturthi or Ganesh Chaturthi today. But some other people are they celebrate on tomorrow and Saturday. But from ISKCON calendar, it is Ganesh Chaturthi today. Okay, so Ganesh is the famous for us. He has compiled Mahabharata, and in which the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is also embedded within it. So when Vyasadeva has agreed with Ganesh that first Ganesh asked Vyasadeva, so while I am writing, you should not stop speaking about it. And Vyasadeva also had got a similar kind of agreement, but when I say something, you must understand completely, and then you have to compile the literature. So the understanding. So whenever Vyasadeva said Ganesh agreed, so there Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Ganesh is the first person who understood the Bhagavad Gita completely when it is compiled after coming into the literature. So before that, Arjuna and Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra, many people they have heard Vyasadeva, but after the compilation, Ganesh. So that is one important event that we see. And today in India, many people they celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi. That is maybe tomorrow. Okay, that is from the event's perspective. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma speaking to Narada Muni, explaining different incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So yesterday we have seen that Brahma was saying about the Dhanvantari. So the Lord has appeared as the Dhanvantari, and just by his name, and he has cured so many diseases of the people just by uttering the name of Dhanvantari. And also he has accepted the share of the sacrifices, and he spread the Ayurveda in this material world. So Dhanvantarisya Bhagavan Swayameva Kirtihi Namna Drunam Pururujam Ruja Asuhanti. Just by the name Namna Drunam Pururujam Ruja Asuhanti. Yajnecha Bhagam Amrutayuhu Avarunda Ayushvedam Anusasti Avatirya Loke. So in this way, Ayushvedam Anusasti Avatirya Loke. He has spread the Ayurveda in this world. So that is yesterday, and today Brahma is saying to another incarnation about the Parashurama. Parashurama, his original name is the Bhargavarama. Bhargavarama is the son of Jamadagni and Renuka Devi, because he has got the axe in his hand as a weapon, and he killed so many of these miscreant kings. That's why he is called Parashu. So axe name is called Parashu. That's why he is called Parashurama, who has got the axe in his hand. So during that time, so many kings they are falling down from the path of liberation. So the kings not following the Vedic injunctions, not respecting the Brahmanas, not following the Varnashrama Dharma properly. So at that time, Parashurama he has wandered the world 21 times, and he has killed the impious kings who are not following the Vedic injunctions or who are miscreants. Okay, likewise Brahma is saying. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 7, verse number 22. Kshatram Kshayaya Vidina Upavrutam Mahatma Brahma Drug Narakati Buddhanti Avanika Buddhanti Asau Avanikantakam Ugraviryaha Trisaptakrutuha Gurudhara Paraswadena Kshatram Kshayaya Vidina Upabrutam Mahatma Kshatram Kshayaya. So Kshatram is the royal order. Kshayaya for the sake of diminishing. Kshatram Kshayaya Vidina. Vidina is the by destination. Upabrutam Mahatma. The increased proportion of the Kshatriya dharma of the Kshatriyas. So I mean by the Kshaya, so the Kshatriya dharma is being diminished. Kshatriya dharma is the protected of Brahmanas. Whenever it is getting diminished, Kshatram Kshayaya Vidina by their destination. Upabrutam Mahatma. Upabrutam is the increased proportion of such kind of opposite against the Vedic injunctions. At the time, Mahatma, so the Lord in the form of the great sage Parashurama. Mahatma, Brahmadrug Ujjitapadam Narakartilipsu. Brahmadrug Ujjitapadam. Brahmadrug is the ultimate truth in Brahman. Ujjitapadam. So those who have given up the path of the absolute truth. So here the Kshatriyas, they have given up the path of the absolute truth. Ujjitapadam. So Brahmadrug Ujjitapadam. That's why, and also what happened to them? Narakartilipsu, their desire is to suffer pain in the hell. So if the kings are falling into the hell, so in order to protect them, and what the Lord is there, so he has taken the form of Parashurama, and then Buddhanti, and he exacts Asau, Buddhanti Asau exacts all these kings. Avanikantakam Ugraviryaha. Avani Kantakam, the thorns of the world. Avani is the world, Avani is the earth, and the Kantakam is the thorn. Avani Kantakam, these kings are appearing like a thorns of the world. In order to exact these miscreant kings, Buddhanti Aso Avani Kantakam. And what Lord did? Ugraviryaha. He is awfully powerful. And what he did? Ugraviryaha. Trihi Saptakrutuha. Trihi sapta, that is the 3 times, and sapta is the 7 times. Thrice 7 times, that is 21 times totally. Tri sapta krutvaha, so he has performed Gurudhara Paraswadena. Gurudhara is with his very sharp axe, and he has chopped all these kings. Paraswadena, with his sharp this axe. Parashu. Parasu Vadena. Gurudhara Parasu Vadena. By his sharp axe, he has killed all these miscreants. 21 times. Trihi Sapta Krutvaha. Trihi Sapta Krutvaha. So likewise Brahma is saying. So 21 times Parashurama has wandered this world and has killed all the miscreant kings who are not following the Vedic injunctions, which leads to the liberation to the liberation path, and that is the path of absolute truth. So to protect them only, so falling from Brahmapada to the hellish path. So to protect from the hellish path, he has appeared as the Parashurama. Kshatram Kshayaya Vidina Upabruham Mahatma Brahmadrug Uchitapadam Narakartilipsu Buddhanti Asau Avanikantakam Ugraviryaha Trihi Saptakrutvaha Gurudara Paraswadena. So translation for this verse: when the ruling administrators, who are known as the Kshatriyas, turned astray from the path of absolute truth, being desirous to suffer in hell, the Lord in his incarnation as the sage Parashurama uprooted those unwanted kings who appeared as the thorns of the earth. Thus he thrice seven times uprooted the Kshatriyas with his keenly sharpened chopper. And purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So can I request Sharanya Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna. The Kshatriyas, or the ruling administrators of any part of the universe, either on this planet or on other planets, are actually the representatives of the Almighty Personality of Godhead, and they are meant to lead the subject towards the path of God realization. Every state and its administrators, regardless of the nature of administration, monarchy or democracy, oligarchy or dictatorship or autocracy, have the prime responsibility to lead the citizens towards God realization. This is essential for all human beings, and it is the duty of the Father, spiritual master, and ultimately the state to take up the responsibility of leading the citizens towards this end. The whole creation of material existence is made for this purpose, just to give a chance to the fallen souls who rebelled against the will of the Supreme Father and thus became conditioned by material nature. The Father of material nature gradually leads one to the hellish condition of perpetual pains and miseries. Those going against the prescribed rules and regulations of the conditioned life are called Brahmojita Padas, or person going against the path of absolute truth, and they are liable to be punished. Lord Parashurama, the incarnation of the personality of Godhead, appeared in such a state of worldly affairs and killed all the miscreants kings 21 times. Many Kshatriyas kings fled from India to other parts of the world at the time and according to the authority of Mahabharata. The king of Egypt originally migrated from India because the Parshuram's programs of chastisement. The king or administrators are similarly chastised in all circumstances, whether they become godless and plan a godless civilization. That is the order of the Almighty. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining about the about the Kshatriyas or the ruling administrators. So their duty is to protect the citizens, to keep them in the path of liberation. But when the kings are not following the Vedic injunctions and they themselves are falling down and all people also, a blind is leading the other blind people. Automatically people, even there are some good citizens, but they will also be affected if the ruler is not good. And so here, especially the kings to protect the Brahmanas, the culture, Vedic culture. So Brahma asruchat tomukato Yushman Atma Paripseya Chandomaya Tapo Vidya Yoga Yuktan Alampatan. The Brahma expanded himself through the Vedic knowledge. So that's why whenever sometimes Tene Brahma Hrudaya Adikavaye, Tene Brahma, this Brahma is the Vedic injunctions. Adikavaye is the Brahma, Lord Brahma's name. So Brahma sometimes this is for the Vedic injunctions, Vedas. Brahma asrujat swamukato yushman atma parikhiya chendomaya tapo vidya yoga yuktan alampatan. So Brahma, he expanded himself to the Vedic injunctions and also yoga yuktan, tapo vidya and all the different parts of the Vedas. So that is Brahma. And also that is for what purpose? For this is called path of the absolute. Path of the absolute truth. So in order to protect that Brahmanas, the kings have been created later on. Tatra anaya asujat tasman doho sahasrapat doho sahasrat sahasrapat hridayam tasya brahma kshatramangam prachakshate. That's why the Brahmanas are the heart of the Lord of the Virat Rupa, and whereas the Kshatriyas, they are the arms or the shoulders of the Virat Rupa. So when these both Kshatriyas and Brahmanas are uh, cooperate to each other. Atohi anyonyam atmanam brahmachatram cha rakshataha. Brahmachatram cha rakshataha. The Lord will protect them. Rakshatisma avyodevaha sayaha sad asad atmakaha. He protect all the brahmanas and kshatriyas, everyone else. So main thing is there must be cooperation between kshatriyas and the brahmanas. So here, when the first of all, when Kshatriyas doesn't give because they are in the bodily strength, they have got the rulership and everything. Though Brahmanas are intelligent, but they need also protection, bodily protection. So for their livelihood to carry out the Vedic injunctions. And Brahmanas must guide the Kshatriyas. So that is the responsibility of the responsible to lead the citizens toward the God realization. So the both will have to lead. This is the essential for this is Varnashrama Dharma. And now the whole creation of the material existence is made for this purpose, just to give chance to the fallen souls uh, who rebelled against the will of the Supreme Father and thus became conditioned by the material nature. So here in the once Dharma and Bhudevi, when they're conversing, when they're conversing, Dharma asks Mother Earth, why are you crying? Why are you suffering? And then at the time, Mother Earth says that the people of this world, Dharma also gives the one point that people are they're sleeping unnecessarily, eating unnecessarily, and mingling the women and men openly and anywhere, everywhere without time restrictions and place restrictions. They are not taken properly. Are these the reasons, oh Mother Earth, you are just suffering? Then Mother Earth says this one, yes, this is Rashtrani iva avaropitani. The rulers, they are making this down. They are bringing down the Vedic injunctions without following the Vedic injunctions. They are ruining the administrations. That's why I am suffering. Likewise, Mother Earth also acknowledges that statement. So here, Varnashrama Dharma, and also out of she is worried about the Brahmanas, demigods, and also the Supreme Lord Krishna, and he has left the world at that point of time. And also she worries especially about the Varnashrama Dharma, people who are following the Varnashrama Dharma. That is the main concern of the Mother Earth. So she gives these reasons. So that Varnashrama Dharma is meant for the ultimate liberation, absolute truth. One has to go to the Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna. Otherwise, everyone are going into the hellish conditions. The force of material nature gradually leads one to a hellish condition of perpetual pains and miseries. So those going against the prescribed rules and regulations of conditioned life are called Brahma Ujjita Patas, who fall down against the path of absolute truth. Brahma Ujjita Pata. At that time, Parashurama, there is a fight between the Kartavirya and Parashurama. Kartavirya, he is the devotee of the Dattatreya. In one way, he was blessed in by another one incarnation blessed him, another incarnation killed him, just because he was proud. He has misused his powers. He has unnecessarily taken the Kamadhenu from the Jamadagni Muni. So, because he did not follow the Vedic injunction without respecting the Brahmanas. At that time, Parashurama. That is just only indication, but actually, though Kartavirya Arjuna was killed in the hands of Parashurama and liberated, that is one thing, and that is just an indication, a cause. But actually, the Lord, in the form of Parashurama, he has killed all the miscreant kings throughout the world. That is main purpose. But it started with Kartavirya Arjuna. It is a simple cause. And he is desiring to have the Kamadhenu. So here, Parashurama is the grandson of the Gadi king, and Gadi has got another son, that is Vishwamitra. The same scenario also appeared to Vishwamitra and Vasistha. Vishwamitra was a king, and he also wanted to have Kamadhenu from the Vasistha, the Surabhi cow, and Vasistha he did not like to give. But and then the cow has generated so many, and there is again fight between Vishwamitra and the Vasistha. So if we say in the family relationships, Parashurama and Vishwamitra, Vishwamitra is a kind of a grandfather level to Parashurama. So they both has got similar kind of scenario with the cow, the Survi cow. It's a simple cause, but it is only to bring everyone to bring onto the path of the absolute truth. Okay, so Prabhupada is explaining all these things here. So in order to protect all these things, the personality of Godhead in the form of Lord Parashurama, the incarnation of personality of Godhead, appeared in such a state of worldly affairs and killed all the miscreant kings 21 times. At that time, many, Prabhupada mentions, many kings, they fled from India to the different parts of the world at that time. And according to the authority of the Mahabharata, so Egyptian kings, they also migrated from India. And also Prabhupada mentions these Eastern kings as well, some of the Turkey and those kings and different Western parts of the country. So they are the stock of India, Aryan civilization, but they have escaped from India. So Prabhupada was mentioning on the lecture that we might have heard. Okay, so that is whenever there is a godless civilization and kings especially, the Lord appears. That is the order of the Almighty. Okay, this is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, Kshatram Kshayaya Vidina Upaprosam Mahatma Brahmadrug Bujjita Patam Narakartilipsu Buddhanti Asau Avanikantakam Ugraviryaha Trihi Sapta Krutvaha Urudara Paraswadhena. So 21 times he roamed and killed all the miscreant kings. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Sri Rama, April 10th, 1970, Los Angeles. It's a small letter. Can I request any unallocated devotees to read this letter, please? Radha Sevika Mataji, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Sorry. My dear, sorry, I'm just on my phone. No light on my phone. Sorry. Right, okay. My dear Sridhama, please accept my blessings. I am so pleased to receive your letter dated 4th April 1970, and I am very glad to read the contents. I am very glad that you are going to marry Manamohini Dasi, and I have got my full sanction and blessings for this unity. Nand Kishora and his wife and yourself and your wife brought together organized this center in Providence, which is already wonderful. And by your propagation of Krishna consciousness, it will be heavenly. As soon as a center is open and my disciples conduct it nicely, it gives me Vaikuntha bliss. Vamanadev is doing very nicely in St. Louis, and I am sending herewith some pictures of his activities. So Bali Mardhan and Upendra are doing in Sydney also. All these newsies are to me life-giving ambrosia. So the more you open branches, the more I increase my duration of life. Therefore, if you, all my students, want me to live for some days more, go on opening nice branches, so many as possible. Be happy in Krishna consciousness and keep me informed about your activities. Thanking you once more. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. And take your points, Mataji.
So obviously, Srila Prabhupada is encouraging the Grahastha ashram, and is encouraging marriage between some of his disciples, and then with the aim that they're going to open centers and propagate Krishna consciousness. And then he's obviously talking about how much pleasure and how much happiness he derives. He says Vaikuntha bliss, because he gets inspiration, like when obviously, like, I don't know how to, like, he gets inspiration from or he draws inspiration from the great um preaching work that his disciples are doing. And it's his life and soul to obviously, like any person, you would want to see that there is a change and a difference that the whole spiritual life is making on the lives of people, and that give, like he says, they're giving him life-giving ambrosia, all these newsies. So we should encourage as many people to engage in Krishna consciousness, because that actually keeps the Vaikuntha, the culture of Krishna consciousness, the food culture. It keeps it alive, and it means that we're moving in the right direction, in the correct direction. And so obviously this gives Srila Prabhupada great pleasure. And he wants Krishna consciousness spread as much as possible, and that actually makes him happy, because his mission then, like, we are helping to fulfill his promise to his Guru Maharaj, and in that way the greatness and the goodness lives on.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly explaining this one. So here Prabhupada is thanking you once more, and it is very, so like whenever Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, whoever is spreading this Bhagavad Gita, they are very dear to me. And Prabhupada is mentioning whoever is spreading this Krishna consciousness, they are very dear to me. And thanking you once more. And this is how the Evam Parampara Praptam, the same instructions, spreading message of Krishna. Okay, so very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. When we are opening new branches, new sanghas, that will enlighten so many conditioned souls about Krishna consciousness moment, and so that they can come to lotus feet of Krishna. That will give the happiness to the spiritual masters. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow morning, we continue with our Vaikuntha descriptions. Tomorrow evening, we continue with the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this week Chaitanya Charitamrita, next week Bhagavad Gita, alternate weeks. Okay, so that will go as usual. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस डे एवरीवन। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त